welcome back to my channel. Today I'm really excited because for this little makeup Monday, I am going to be sharing with you something that I haven't really done before, but I'm going to share with you what makeup I am getting rid of, decluttering, and stuff. I didn't want to just go through my makeup collection with you all and show you what I'm decluttering. I picked out everything that I am actually decluttering because these were the products that are either expired, I no longer use because the colors or the shades are not my tones anymore, and I just don't use these products. So it shouldn't be sitting there in my makeup collection taking up space. Even though my makeup collection is pretty curated and very small as it is, it could get a little out of hand probably over really quickly. So I'm really excited to share with you what I'm getting rid of to just feel a little bit refreshed for the springtime for my makeup collection, because my makeup collection is pretty much like a pinky neutral base, kind of smoky kind of collection. I do plan on doing a updated like makeup organization and like inventory and like look at my collection of what it looks like currently, since these products are going to be out of my collection and because I'm just not using them and they've been in here for way too long, taking up space and just like not being used. So I'm really excited. It is springtime, so happy spring. So I'm in a very springy mood because actually as I'm filming this, it's April 8th and it's my baby bunny kitty's little birthday. Hope is my little white fuzzy little kitty. But he acts like a bunny. He's very bouncy and stuff. So today's his birthday. So I just got finished filming his little birthday and we took pictures and it's just still set up, and I thought it was super cute for the springtime. For his birthday, he ate half of his canned food, which is really nice, but he's just got like a bunch of like springy toys because he's a little baby. He's born before Easter. So I am really nice. My hair is super fresh today. Like it's super soft. I washed it. So it's looking really good right now. So it kind of, after like washing it, sometimes it just becomes like a bit of a floof. So don't mind me if I keep playing around with my hair because it just kind of floofs up a little bit after a wash. But we're gonna get right on to this makeup I'm getting rid of because they gotta go. They just gotta go. So I think we're gonna start off with some eyeshadow palettes. So here's my little collection of eyeshadow palettes that gotta go. And it's kind of, I know, well, it's a good thing that some of them were only purchased and some came in subscription. So these two palettes over here are from Kathleen Light's collection, which these are no longer available. So but at the time, I was really into these palettes, and I was, really into Kathleen Light's and watching her videos, and I was just like, this is how I got like started into my ColourPop being a fan, because of Kathleen Light's. She had a liquid lipstick, which was called Alyssa. And I had that it's getting decluttered, just to let you guys know, because I've had that in my collection for so long. Even though it was my most used, I never finished it for some reason, which was kind of odd because it was my most used and I used it like a lot of the time when I got it. So the fact that it's still sitting here in this collection, and if we go back to like when I started collecting ColourPop or just using ColourPop in general, it's been some years, which I was very shocked at. And considering how long ColourPop has been around, doesn't seem actually super long, but it is long. And so I have two of her palettes. These were her small palettes that she had brought out. So we have the first palette that she brought out was Dream Street, and this was kind of just like it's very neutral, but then there's like these greenish and reddish pops in here, and I just don't use these. And I don't think when I bought this palette, I actually ever really used them. Probably once. Probably for the Christmas holiday season, maybe the green. And trust me, I'm not like a big, huge, dark eyeshadow fan, like of like dark colored eyeshadow. I feel like it's gonna just go wrong super fast. It's a little bit messed up because these darker shades were so opaque that they kind of got into some of the other eyeshadows. You can see which ones I used the most. I was mostly using these two right here. I'm not gonna swatch anything because I do plan on trying to get rid of these, and I gotta clean these up a little bit, but it's just like, I don't know. It's not the greatest, I think, color story right here. I don't know. There's a lot of neutrals, and they kind of almost, a lot of them almost look the same, a lot of them. And then you just get these weird pops of green and like an orangey red, which I don't know. I don't see it very being, it just doesn't work for me. And I just don't really use those types of colors anymore, so that's gonna go. I also have the Zodiac palette from Kathleen Lights and ColourPop, because I was really into the whole Zodiac thing. I am still into Zodiacs. I love Zodiacs. I love astrology and all that stuff. And because I am a Taurus, in case anybody's wondering, my birthday's next month. My birthday's May 12th. I'll be 27. So I like this palette. I think the colors in here were absolutely pretty. I think Pisces was, the most gorgeous kind of pop color right here. I think that one was really pretty. There's some nice neutrals in here and some more dark colors. You could do some smokes. You can see that I did use this palette up a little bit, but overall, it's not something that I'm actually gonna use constantly. Like a lot of my eyeshadows right now, they're either rose gold based or pinks. There's neutrals, smoky tones, and I like those. I love those palettes. So when you get around to seeing my updated, makeup collection, you'll see what my favorites are. You'll get to see my eyeshadow palettes and the ones I do use all the time, because these were just not being used in just collecting space, which is not fun. I also have these. Now these are from subscriptions. These were both from my BoxyCharms, which I no longer get BoxyCharm. We have a whole playlist of all of my BoxyCharm videos and me talking about my last BoxyCharm and stuff, so these are just gonna go. So I do have this Dose of Color one. This is the Baked Browns palette. They're all cruelty free. All my shadows are cruelty free, in case anybody's wondering, because I do only use cruelty free makeup. But the thing is, I have neutrals that I really like. I really love my ColourPop neutral palette, and this one right here, I have to clean these up. These were just so powdery, but they do blend out really nicely, but they are very powdery. I don't know if they fix up their formula or not, Dose of Colors. But I just saw recently that they have brought out some new palettes, and it's been quite some time since they have done that. But these are the Baked Browns. I love my ColourPop, I think it's Nude Mood palette. I love that one. Great pigmentation, blends well, but this I just think is a little bit too powdery, and it's just like not really something I gravitate towards. I love ColourPop eyeshadows. I will probably say that a lot, but ColourPop shadows are super blendable, and I love them so much. And if I find a palette from them that I like, I'm gonna stick with it and use it a lot. And I have used my Nude Mood neutral eyeshadow palette from them a lot, along with Blush Crush, which is my absolute favorite palette. It's so pretty. Okay, now this one is from Alamar Cosmetics. It's their Spanglish palette. So pretty. It's a purple palette. And it is a lot of their, I only swatched these like once for when I did my BoxyCharm video. you get lots of like shimmery eyeshadows and then some mattes, and they're like purples and pinks and kind of like some neutrals, but it's just like not really like the eyeshadow tones I'm gonna gravitate towards and use a whole lot, even though they are super pretty. And I do want to kind of get a little bit back into colorful makeup, but if I do, I'm gonna really want a ColourPop palette. And they make so many pretty, like, you know, pops of color, little 9-pan palettes, and I love those. Those are so fun, and I love them a lot. So these are my eyeshadow palettes that I am getting rid of because they're just not the color stories that I want. I do have some singles from ColourPop that I do want to get rid of as well because I don't gravitate towards single eyeshadows, and this is something I need to do like an updated makeup preference video, because I did one a while back, and I will probably try to link that down. I think I did that in 2020, I think. So I think my makeup preferences have changed a little bit more. I don't want single eyeshadows anymore. I have about 3 single eyeshadows I think left in my collection right now, and those are ones that I know that I'm gonna constantly use because I've hit pan on 2 of them, and then the other one's like an aqua, kind of like from NYX. It's their like aqua like looking color, and I really wanted a pop of aqua color way back when it was popular, and it's now coming back around popular again. So you probably know which one I'm talking about, but I think it's a Mermaid, the NYX eyeshadow single. I think it's in Mermaid. So those I know I will keep, those I know I will finish up, and I won't be purchasing any single eyeshadows in the near future. If I purchase any eyeshadows, they're gonna be 9-pan palettes from ColourPop because I have a couple on my list. Plus, I still really need the Disney Princess Designer palette, the first one that came out. That is still very highly on my list. So I do need to maybe I should make a makeup wish list video as well, but I'm not ready to purchase any makeup quite yet. But I do know I really want the Disney Princess Designer one really badly because I just think it's just like lots of like pinky neutrals and stuff, and I love neutrals. So ColourPop eyeshadows that I'm gonna get rid of. I think a lot of these are from, I think these were from the Laura Lee collection. So they were the pet ones because they have the little paw prints on them. Yeah, all of them are basically, I think, except for one. I have Puppy Love, which this was from when they were doing the collab with the NKLA, I think, shelter. I think this was I think the cat one, I had the cat one, which I don't remember which that was called, but I think I threw that one out because I think that one dried up and I wasn't usable anymore. But this one, these all still seem fairly usable, I think. None of them are shimmery. I think the ones that have like the shimmer or like glitter almost in them, I think those dry out faster than like just like the matte ones. So this one is a little bit of a shimmer. It's like a very light kind of pinky nude. So this is Puppy Love. I have a video on these. The Puppy Love one, I have a review up on this with the cat one. I have a review up. I'm gonna have to find the video and link it for you guys. But those came out, oh my gosh, so long ago. I also, here's another one that's not part of the Laura Lee collection. I have this one from the Hello Kitty collection, the first Hello Kitty collection with ColourPop, because that was like the first big kind of collection I got as a gift from my Aunt Sabrina. I used the majority of all the stuff that was in it, where I think, and some of those stuff also expired, but I just don't gravitate towards like these matte. I just don't gravitate towards single eyeshadows anymore, and it's kind of sad. But this one's in sticker sheet. This Hello Kitty one. I don't even know if you can see Hello Kitty on there. But Hello Kitty's on there, and it's just like a matte brown. It's just like a matte brown, which is nice. And then all of these are from the Laura Lee collection. So I think is there two mattes? No. Okay, there's two mattes, but then one of these matte has a little bit of a shimmer. So this one that's a matte, this one's in shiny. Oh, this one has a little bit of shimmer, but it's mostly a matte. So I think these are I think it's mostly like kind of like a brownie, maybe almost like a maroon, maybe reddish undertone. So there's that one. I also have Glitz. I have Glitz right here. Very more of like a matte kind of maybe beige nude brown. That has a bit of a shimmer in it. You can see I used it. I used this one quite a lot when I had it. But since I have like my favorite ColourPop palettes, I'm always using those the most. And then I have Heine, which this one's a like glittery one. These get hard pan really quickly and dry out super fast. That's what I'm talking about. This formula right here. These in the Super Shock shadows, these dry out super fast. So you do need to use these, I think, fairly quickly, because they will expire if you don't use them, and they get hard pan. So you could get the hard pan off, but once they absolutely have dried out, then you're done. But all of those are pretty shades, but it's not really useful if I'm not using them in my collection. I do have a tool that I need to share with you guys. I've been meaning to wanted to throw this away because I broke this a while back. I broke this a couple months ago. I decided to clamp too hard, so I haven't been curling my eyelashes in a couple months. So, but my eyelashes have been looking pretty good and sticking up. But this is the e.l.f. eyelash curler, I think like the original or something like that. But I broke it. I broke the clamp. I pressed too hard and boom, it snapped. So I need to throw that out in the garbage. I won't show you it because it looks pretty gross, so that's why I'm not showing it. I have one face product because it's mostly a highlighter. I just don't use these. My mom maybe my mom will get some use out of it using the highlighter. Maybe she can use it as body glitter or something. But I don't know. This was from the Disney Villains collection with ColourPop. It's the Maleficent Mistress of All Evil Super Shock highlighter. I have a highlighter, which is pretty much a universal color. And I only own one highlighter because I only need one. And I have hit pan very slightly on it, but I've had it for a while now, and it takes me a while to finish it up. So there's kind of like no point in having multiple highlighters, which I can't understand why people would need multiple different highlighter shades, but I just don't see myself using this. It looks like it's cracked in here, but it is a pretty shade. I think maybe my mom might have some fun with it. So this was a fun collection. I do have the eyeshadow palette, the Villains eyeshadow palette. I saved that for like the fall and like the fall time because I think that's like a really kind of fun fall Halloween palette. So I do have the eyeshadow palette, the Villains eyeshadow palette, and I do like it. I do use it from time to time for the fall season because it has very dark shadows in it. But that's the one face product I'm going to get rid of because it just doesn't really work for me. But maybe my mom will have some fun with that. Who knows? My mom loves glitter and all things sparkly and shiny. So maybe she can use it as just like to shine her shoulders or something when she's wearing a dress or something. I don't know. She can use that as body makeup maybe. Maybe it will work the same. Who knows? And then the rest of the stuff is all lip products because a lot of these lip products I was looking through expired. And these are basically all my ColourPop ones except for a few, so I'll show which ones are not ColourPop. That are not ColourPop. Some of these were just like separating and just like not looking great, or they had like a funky smell because I've had these sitting in my collection for a good amount of years. Especially these butter glosses. I love the intense butter glosses from NYX. I think they're pretty, but I just don't wear these bright, bold colors anymore, so there's like no point in like keeping them. So these are the two that I have right here. I have Funnel Delight, which is this bright pink. I just don't wear these. So there's Funnel Cake. It's a super bright pink. But they've just been in my collection for too long. And I also have Napoleon, which I think is more of like a peachy pink. It was also nice. These I liked more than like the butter gloss, like the original butter gloss, like lip gloss from NYX. I love the intense ones. I think these gave much more pigment than the lip glosses did. So that's what, and I used to have the lip glosses and stuff, but they just weren't like pigmented enough for me at the time. And I'm not super crazy about lip gloss as I was as a kid and stuff, but I did keep a good amount of like lip glosses of colors that I know I would wear, and they're just like a lot of pinky, a lot of pinky tones. So I'm happy with my lip gloss collection that I do have right now. And then these two are from e.l.f. Hopefully I can figure out which these are. I think this one is a lip oil one, but this is a nude kiss. This one's just separating. This one's just separating, and I know I've had it quite a while. And it just seems kind of like watery, which I don't know. Looks pretty though, but I don't think I'm going to be using it. That's why I'm not swatching these things. But it's just like separating in there, and it's just like getting watery. And I don't know if lip gloss waters down after not using them, or they just like go expired and then they become watery. I also have this one from e.l.f. This is a natural. This is their lip lacquer. That's their lip lacquer. And I don't know. I just didn't. This one looks like it just like is done. It's like so gloopy and thick. I don't know, it smells weird. It just seems like it's like not usable. But it is like a nice nudie color. But just like, no. I don't want to keep icky like lip products that have been just sitting there for so many years and probably expired and should probably not be on my lips, because that's probably not healthy. It's probably not healthy at all. Now the rest are all from ColourPop, and sad, rest in peace to these liquid lipsticks. I think they're all mostly like, yeah, the ultra matte lips. They've all like separated and they're just no good. Oh, I think there's two glosses in here because I think they were not looking hot. Oh yeah, there are two glosses from ColourPop in here. They're ultra glossy lips. There is two in here because these were super expired. Oh my gosh. This one's in Fairy Tale, which I miss Fairy Tale, but this one is just like super watery. It's separated, and this has been in my collection since the beginning of my ColourPop. So this is like super like expired. Look at that. It was a nice like nude color. Like, it was nice. And then this one is from this is from the original Hello Kitty collection with ColourPop. This one's separated and is very much expired. They all have like a funky smell. which the reason, and this was in the KT. This was in KT. But I did use this one quite a lot. It was like a shimmery gold. That was actually really pretty. Speaking of Hello Kitty, I think I have an ultra matte lip. Yeah, the red one. This came in the kit too. It was ribbon. But I don't really I wear red lipstick, but not a whole lot. And I mostly wear my Dose of Color liquid red lipstick right now. So I do have this one, but these are so old, so super expired, but they were pretty. Like all of these are pretty. And so but if it's like they're not being used and they're sitting in there and they're like already separating and they're already looking kind of grummy, I would not want these on my lips. I have horrible lips as it is. They're super dry. They need constant moisturization. So, and I've mostly been just using bullet lipsticks. Been using regular bullet lipsticks a lot of the times because I got back into them and I love them, and I have so many pretty kind of like light pinks and neutrals. So I really love those and I gravitate towards them more. And they don't dry my lips out as much as wearing a liquid lipstick. But we will get into some lip product formulas that I would like to try that are kind of, I guess, would be like a liquid lipstick, but they're not really, I don't know if I would consider them a liquid lipstick. We will get into that in like a future video when I talk about my makeup preferences and what I want to see, what I want to try out next, makeup wise. Because, you know, style's always changing. I'm always wanting to try new stuff. Plus, ColourPop has new lip formulas that I would love to try, which we will talk about that in the future video that I would like to do. So, the rest of these little ultra matte lips we have here. This is Alyssa. Here's Alyssa that I keep talking about. It was like a very nice mauve color. This was like my go-to. I've been using it for years. But at this point, that is like, it has changed color. It has changed color. Not great. Should not be on my lips. I don't know why I continue using it. Some other neutrals. We have Monday. I have Monday. This one looks like it's fading away. I'm just like separating. So that's Monday. I don't know who. Oh, I have some of the Kathleen Light ones too. There's 2 Kathleen Light ones. I think I kept the gloss. I think there was. I have a review on these. I will have to link this, even though these are not sold anymore. But in case anybody was interested, these were the Ultra Satin lips from the Kathleen Light's Dream Street collection, the first palette. So there's Revere and Dreamy, which I don't know why I thought I would wear bright orange lipstick, but these I got in the bundle, so that's why. I didn't buy these individually. And then this one is Dreamy, which is more of like a neutral color, neutral nude. But I just haven't worn these in years, and it's like no point in keeping something that you haven't worn in years. I do have 2 from the Laura Lee collection. I might have kept the gloss. I don't know. I think I did. I got these in the bundle too. I might have reviewed these too, I think. So these were the Ultra Satin Lip, and then there was an Ultra Satin Metallic. And so the metallic here is in Glam, which was like, it's basically a rose gold, which is nice. But this, I think, has dried out and just like, it's just like very thick now and gloopy. Like, I don't, like that should not be on my lips. And then the other one was in Bam, which is basically like a very dark burgundy color. So, hopefully you guys can see. I know the sun keeps going in and out, but those are the 2 from the Laura Lee collection. And then the last 2 I have here, I have Tulle, and Wednesday. So Wednesday was the bright hot pink, and Tools this more, I think it was kind of more of like this reddy color. They're so separated and changing color, it's disgusting. And the Monday one, the bright hot pink, I just don't wear that color enough to. And I wore it once on my lip recently, and I was like, I don't like it. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good on me anymore. Like, I don't know. It just didn't look good. So I was like, I can't have that on my lips. So that's it. That's all of the products that I'm getting rid of. I think it's great to refresh your makeup. You know, we sometimes, you know, change our opinion on things. Sometimes we're sticking with something for a while, hoping that it's gonna work for us for a while, and you know, sometimes after a while you're just done, you're tired of it, it doesn't work out for you, you wanted your makeup life has changed, you need different colors, you need different formulas, and that's okay. You know, nothing, and I don't think anything in your makeup collection is gonna last forever. So that's why I think it's important to not get, I know there's so many people on here that review makeup for a living and stuff, and that's great. But I think a lot of people just have like these huge makeup collections just for the collecting, I think of it. No one's ever going to use anything up. Like, I don't think it's very feasible. Like, I don't know. So that's why I'm really happy with a small makeup collection. Like, I do not get upset anymore about all these collections that come out, which ColourPop puts out tons of collections, a lot. I don't get too hyped over seeing luxury makeup brands or anything. I know what I like, and I'm happy with the products that I do get, because I'm mostly a drugstore girl. I love drugstore, I love affordability, and I think you can find a lot of great things in the drugstore, which is really nice, and it's just better. And just having a more curated, smaller collection, I think, is more manageable in the long run. I don't think much products will get wasted that way. And I use everything. Like, what I have now in my collection, I'm using that on a constant daily basis. I know which products I'm using all the time. So some days it's very like switched up. Some days I'm wearing more pinky makeup. Some days I'm going full neutral. Some days I have decided to do a smoky look. But everything gets, you know, in my makeup collection is very kind of like small, curated. Like, I don't have too many products in each category and stuff like that. So it's nice to refresh your makeup once in a while. If you find that something's not working for you, stop using it. Don't sit there and force yourself to use it. It's not going to be any fun anymore. But I am very happy with, you know, where my makeup collection is now. It's a very, very easy to manage, and I absolutely love it. I love getting to my key, because everything fits like in my organizer that I have for makeup, which is really nice. So it makes life a whole lot easier for me. But yeah, I just want to thank you all for watching this video. If you liked it, you like seeing my makeup collection products I'm getting rid of out of the collection, give it a big thumbs up. Greatly appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. I don't know, this hair's not working with me today. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And until next time, I'm sending you all lots of love, and have a beautiful and magical day. Happy spring and happy decluttering season. I love you all. Bye.
Oh, if you had the will